Well, what's going on, Wolfpack Nation? We are back for part 2, y'all, of our Tuffy Talk After Dark. With myself, Layton Smith here, and Macon Adams here. If you haven't checked down part 1 yet of Tuffy Talk After Dark, make sure you go do that. But once again, just a reminder, Tuffy Talk After Dark is a series where it's basically a continuation from the Tuffy Talk Live Show we just completed, aka from the live show we just had on December 11th. And so again, anything we do not cover as a part of this episode, we probably covered either in part 1 of the Tuffy Talk After Dark, where we talked a lot more of the transfer portal news, and then and then everything else we kind of covered in the Tuffy Talk Live Show. But the main really things we're going to cover here is in terms of talking about men's and women's basketball, and then also talking a little bit about outside of revenue sports even as well. But Megan, so I want to kind of talk a little bit here about women's basketball, how it really is kind of crazy that, like, if I had told you 2 months ago, hey, just so you know, NC State women's basketball is going to go 10-0 with wins over UConn, with wins over Colorado, and we're now number 3 in the country. Like, that's crazy to think about. Like, where we were, just 10 months ago, looking at, how the season ended last year, and you're thinking, man, what's going on? And then here you are. And it seems like that last year was kind of like 2019 in football, where it was like, okay, maybe it's just an anomaly, just off year. Yeah, and now you're like acting like it never even happened, like not even skipping a beat here, and you're clicking on all sides right now. You're not relying on a player or two. And honestly, I've watched enough South Carolina women's basketball. I mean, because my wife went to South Carolina, and I'm a minority supporter of South Carolina, that I've watched enough of their games to go, there's not a team in the country I'm afraid of. There's really not, like, in terms of that. I'm like, man, like, that team is going to be tough to get by. I'm sitting here saying,
right,
I think we have a